Then, with your Post-it note on your desk, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write your name on the back of the Post-it note. First and last name so I can see who's doing this. And it says the start of the school year can bring on a mix of emotions. I want you to select the picture below that most aligns with how you are currently feeling right now at the start of the school year. I'm gonna dim the light so that you can see that, and I believe I've got a sentence starter for you. So what I want you to do is on the front of your Post-it note thing, write this. Image number 1, 2, 3, 4 aligns with how I feel about starting this school year because the main thing I want is the because. So don't just say image 1. So a lot of people can look at these and get different images from this. So whatever one most aligns with how you're feeling and why. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes right now. Just do a quick write. Tell me how you're feeling with the start of the school year so far. When you're done with that, I'm kind of rush you. When you're done with that, just kind of put it on the corner of your desk. I'm going to eventually come around and chat with you and see how we're feeling so far and collect those back from you. And I'm gonna, as you were doing that, I came around and I handed out what we're gonna take our notes on today. Now, the first couple of sections, or the first chapter really, is supposed to be a bunch of review. So instead of me standing up here and telling you everything that you're supposed to remember about it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of guide you through some notes, and we've got some different activities that we're gonna do. So as you were working on that quick write, I was handing out these. So at the center of your table, there should be a packet for you to take your notes on. I'm gonna turn the lights back on so we don't fall asleep. But I'm gonna give you, I think, 1 minute to write everything you know about that graph right there. Tell me anything and everything you can think of. What, in the math sense, what would I be asking you to know about that graph? So any math facts you can give me. Here's what I want you to do right now. Turn to your elbow partner, or if you have only 3 people at your table, turn to the other people at your table. See, compare what you have and see if they have anything that you might want to write down, see if you have anything that they want to write down. But compare, contrast, talk to them and see if there's anything else you can think of collectively together that should be in that box.
Negative, linear, negative slope, yeah.
might not have compared everything, but maybe you got a few ideas, or maybe you were like, oh, yep, we had that same thing. Is anybody willing to share out one fact that either you or your partner or somebody had? Yeah.
The like actual function is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1/2.
Yeah, so. Oh, almost made it, not quite. So we have an equation for this. Anybody have any other information? Yeah.
X-intercept is at 1.
Okay, so your x-intercept, where it crosses our x-axis, is at 1. Nice job.
There's just a point at 3, 4.
There's just this random point, but good that we noticed it over here at 3, 4. Good. Yeah.
That point would fall on the perpendicular slope.
Ooh, that point would fall on a perpendicular slope. What would the perpendicular slope be?
2x.
Our perpendicular slope would be 2x. So from this point I go here, we could have a perpendicular line going through there. Good. Anybody notice anything else? Yes, Noel?
The line is a linear function.
This is a linear function. The line is linear. The graph of function is linear. Good. Anything else? How do we calculate slope? How about that? We were talking about slope. Anybody
Rise
remember?
over run.
Yeah, our slope is our rise over our run. Anybody remember the math formula for calculating slope?
Y2.
Yeah,
Y2 minus Y1 over x.
over x2 minus x1. Good, so, what do we know about, we kind of have it touched on here. What do we know about perpendicular slopes? How do I find a perpendicular slope?
The inverse.
Opposite reciprocal, so we have to take it and we have to flip it. Good, our y-intercept, we kind of have it in that equation. What is our y-intercept? We talked about our x-intercept. Yeah, our y-intercept looks like it is at 1/2. Good. Okay, so the first section is all going to be on linear. Can we write equations that are perpendicular? Can we write equations that are maybe parallel? So here's what I want you to do next. On that next thing, let's see, click, maybe, here we go. Oh, we already talked with our table mates. There we go. I'm gonna skip this, and I'm gonna go straight to this next one. What I want you to try is, I want you to try what's called a circuit. So there are 4 problems on the front side of that next, like if you follow below, and there are 4 problems on the back one. Start in that top left corner, where it says number 1. And with your table mate, I want you to try that problem. So you're gonna get an answer for whatever they're asking. And then somewhere in the other 7 boxes, there will be a box that says answer, and it will have the answer to what you just found. That's problem number 2. So then I want you to label that as problem number 2, and then do that one next. Solve that one, and you should be able to find its answer, and see if you can work through with your table partner until we go to lunch here. These problems reviewing on slopes and parallel lines and